What up, Nick Nation? It's your boy Juby the Tubi, Straight Talk Family above everything. Salute to you guys. Happy Monday, April 4th. Knicks take out the Magic 118-88 in a blowout massacre behind RJ Barrett's 27, Obi Toppin's 20, and Emmanuel Quickly first triple-double of his career. Is he our future point guard? Have we been talking, I know me and Zenray have been going back and forth on we need a point guard. Has the answer been sitting right in front of us all this time? Because he scored 20, 10, and 10 last night in his first career triple-double. Anthony got hurt with 3 minutes into the game. And the future looks bright for us, guys. Again, they're out of the play-in tournament. But we'll talk about that. We'll talk about Obi Toppin again with 20 points in the starting role as power forward. Julius said again, and Emmanuel Quickly, as I stated, he has an upcoming season. Is he our future point guard? That and much, much more coming at you with Juby the Tubi, Straight Talk Family above everything, and Zenray from Zenray Sports TV. Stick around. What's up, Nick family? Salute to you guys. Again, I'm Juby the Tubi, Straight Talk Family above everything. Like I said, guys, in my little intro, the Knicks win last night. 118-88, led the whole entire way. Dominated behind these two bright stars right here, which I'm going to play for you.
To be great, and we all put the work in. Just like he said, we have great guys around us that push us every day to be great, and we all put the work in to allow us to have this type of success. So congrats to Quick on getting that triple-double, his first ever in the NBA. So I just want to congratulate him for that. Just like
smiles from the young future guys. The future looks bright in New York. This season a little bit gloomy, but the off season should be great. And like I said, man, Zenray probably won't agree with me. He still says that we need to get a point guard in here, and he's not comfortable with Emmanuel Quickly running the show next season with Derrick Rose. But I think it'll be fine, man. But that's his opinion. As you guys can see, Zenray is showing some highlights right now, and we'll bring him on here in just a second. But I want to get your take on everything. Do you guys think Quickly can be the starting point guard or the reserve point guard next season behind Derrick Rose? or do you think the Knicks need to still go out there and get themselves a ball facilitator? A lot of questioning. I'm glad I'm not on Knicks management. They got a lot of decisions to make on who goes and who stays. And we'll get Zenray in here because he has a busy day. And we'll see what he has to say about last guy's game and Emmanuel quickly. Hello, Zenray from Zenray Sports TV, my friend.
Welcome, Juby the Tubi, family above everything. Late show today. I apologize. We had to get organized.
Juby was knocked out cold. Let's just say it how it is. I apologize to everybody at Zenray Sports TV.
The show must go on, and we're here now. That's what counts. So we were discussing, that the Knicks they beat the Orlando Magic. There's no big deal, but the way they did it was impressive. This is what you want to see, letting the young kids play. Obi Topping quickly, R.J. Barrett, Jericho Sims, McBride, all these young kids yesterday just came to play, and this is the future that we're looking for, Juby. I was very, very impressed with what I saw. Once again, it was only the Orlando Magic who only have 20 wins this season. They're going to be a top probably 5-6 team in the draft, and the lottery balls bounce their way. They can come out with a good player, maybe a top 5 player in this year's coming draft.
Yeah, I mean, we knew that Knicks shouldn't have had a problem beating the Orlando Magics, but you never know what we're gonna get with the Knicks. But with the young core last night, they looked fantastic. Behind RJ, Obi, Emmanuel, the whole team played phenomenal collectively. Together, RJ Barrett had 27 points, and Obi Toppin again as the starting power forward scored 20 points. Pretty decent numbers for him, showing that he can, although has a lot of work to do, he can be our starting future power forward if needed to be called upon. And, I'm glad we saw some McBride. I would have liked to see a little bit more minutes from him. Alex Burke still plays too many minutes. I still stick by what I said, that I think they're showcasing him. And I think he's going to be the guy that's going to be a trade chip this offseason. Because I know that we'll get to that in a second. I know your opinions on Emmanuel quickly, but I wanted to congratulate him on his first triple-double of his career. And what a turnaround season he's begun. I know you and I have been arguing all season back and forth about him being our point guard of the future possibly. And do we think he's ready? The Knicks have been grooming him all season, and it's finally starting to show. What's your take? I know me and you briefly discussed it, but I wanted you to let our viewers know what you think about the whole situation.
Quickly, I mean, first half he was non-existent. I thought that he played probably his worst brand of basketball in that first half. This second half, after the All-Star break, he's been tremendous. He's just been getting better by the day. His last 4 or 5 games, you can see the confidence, the growth in him. He has that youthful spirit, and when you combine quickly with Obi Topping, they feed off each other. And this is the youth excitement that you're looking for in this Knicks team. When you have Obi and you have quickly on the floor at the same time, there's just an aura about them that brings a pedigree of a championship team coming in the near future with these young kids. I mean, you have to bring this youthfulness of positiveness in this team, and you have to subtract the dead wood or the negative entities that can bring a team down. And just seeing the joy and love they have for each other and the team, wow, it's a special thing to watch. And then Barrett last night came out of his doldrums from the night before with his bad defensive performance and his offensive bad performance. Not only did he play good defense in 33 minutes of play, he also had 27 points and 6 assists. But let me get back to Obi Topping's numbers. I mean, he was a plus 46 with 20 points, 1 block shot, 3 assists, 8 rebounds in 35 minutes of play. If he plays this consistently, this is what we need in our power forward. Mitchell Robinson bounced back. He had 10 rebounds, 5 block shots with a plus 24, 12 points. I'm still in the borderline of what the Knicks are still going to do with him. I think still, like I mentioned in yesterday's show, he's a 50-50 proposition, the same as Julius Randle. Burks, as much as we criticize him, I understand why Tom Thibodeau has a love for him. I mean, 33 minutes of play, he was 6 for 7 from the field, 3 for 3 from the 3-point range, 4 from 5 from the free throw line. He had 7 rebounds, six assists. He only had 1 turnover. He had 19 points, and he had a plus 44. So him and Obi, with Obi's plus 46 and Brooks plus 44, when they were on the floor, they made things happen. They have some tough decisions, Juby, coming up. Getting to the bench, Sims, 4 points. He looked electrifying around the rim. I mean, when Obi and Sims are around the rim, wow, these high flyers make things happen. And this is the future of the youth of this team. And I see Sims being our backup center, and in the near future, I can see him being a starter for the Knicks. Gibson, the old reliable, had 13 points with 13 minutes with 4 points. McBride, 11 minutes with 8 points. Quickly, like you mentioned, his first triple-double. Congratulate you, Emmanuel Quickly, for his great performance yesterday. 8 for 19 from the field, 3 for 10 from the three-point range. He had 10 rebounds, 10 assists, a plus 18 with 20 points. Hooray, hooray. Quickly is saying, if anybody has any doubts that I can't play point guard, I'm going to make you see that next year I'm going to be running for that position. And he may have a case for it, Juby, but I still think the Knicks still has to come with a plan and bring a experienced point guard to this team. And let's not forget Quentin Grimes. He's still having trouble getting back from his injury a few weeks back. Has 16 minutes with 2 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. So that's about it. This team is gelling before our eyes in terms of bringing the youth together. I'm not saying this is an all-star team. I'm not saying it's a championship team, but they're setting the foundation, Juby, for the near future.
It's an exciting team to watch. That's, I think, the key thing. We're seeing young kids being developed. We're seeing a program that has been questioned by the Knicks management for years around the NBA, that the Knicks don't develop their players. We never used to hear that growing up all the time, or the Knicks never had a good program to make these kids become stars in the NBA. And we're seeing that transition right now. The Knicks have been preaching about culture for the last 2-3 years. And, we're finally starting to see, literally, the culture is paying off with these young kids and their development. I love the cohesiveness. I love how they're together. I love the enjoyment that they're playing with each other. Even Obi Toppin yesterday started a tent with the crowd for R.J. Barrett, and they started chanting his name. It's all smiles, it's all laughter. You see everybody's enjoying it. And that's what I think is most important, because you're supposed to be good at the game. You're a professional, but you also got to enjoy what you do. And every single player who played last night enjoys being in New York, playing for the Knicks, and doing what they do. As far as Emmanuel Quickly, you're right. He's making a strong case for himself. He's proving a lot of people wrong, that not only can he do what Lou Williams, which is what I called him potentially to be in his NBA career. I compare him to Lou Williams, a scoring machine, somebody who just comes in and gets a whole bunch of points in a couple of minutes. But he's showing that the NBA Knicks program has been working with him all season, developing his point guard capabilities, and it's starting to show. Now, does that mean that he's going to be our future starting point guard? Still too early to tell. I think he still needs time to develop. Does that mean that he makes a strong case for himself as possibly a reserve backup point guard or heavy minutes, the way Alex Burke got minutes this season? Absolutely. So I don't know what. I'm glad I'm not in a position like Knicks management, because, like you said, they have a big decision. Not just one. They have multiple decisions to make in regards to Mitchell Robinson, Julius Randle, Obi Toppin, bringing back Cam Reddish, going for a point guard. I'm just glad I'm not in their position. It's going to be an exciting, busy summer. And, of course, you and I are going to be bringing that here for our viewers to be notified.
No, I totally agree. I think these last 3 or 4 games left, it's going to be indicative of what the Knicks are, what their plans are in terms for this team. I think the Knicks organization, including Tom Thibodeau, they're seeing what they have to do, and I think these baby steps of bringing these young kids. Too bad it was a little earlier this year, but now that you're seeing what they're capable of, now you can institute a plan by bringing a point guard. I'm not saying Quickly can't play point guard, but he can't be. You can't give him that responsibility. He can be your combo guard, and if it's an injury or something like that, he can come in. But you still have to get a point guard, an experienced point guard that can take over at any time and lead this team or lead the starting unit to the promised land.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't know what's out there. I mean, I do like we spoke about. I like the guy from Indiana. He'll be my number one choice. That's
Yeah.
who I would want to be my point guard behind Derrick Rose, and then Emmanuel quickly do what Alex Burks does. The Brunson deal, I'm gonna still say it, and I'm gonna stick by my gut. I'm not crazy about it. For the right price, if it's there, fine. If they want the house, they can keep him because I'd rather go with Emmanuel quickly and Derrick Rose rather than pay this guy $100 million because that's what he wants. He's a young kid too. He's Emmanuel quickly. Just was been given more of an opportunity to play more heavy minutes behind Luca and with Luca, and that's why he's looking for that bag right now. But I don't think he's proven enough in the NBA for us to go out heavy over him. Now the other guy from Indiana, absolutely. If you want to get another point guard that's out there that's establish yourself in the NBA as a ball facilitator, like a caliber of Fred VanVleet, then by all means. But Brunson, same age as Quickly, pretty much, young guy, hasn't proved anything, and I'm not ready to give the keys to that kid either.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in the same boat. I think Quickly has a purpose here for this team, especially when we match him up with Obi. I mean, these guys, like you mentioned, they're best friends. They hang out. They believe in the same higher power, so they're fused by the hip in terms of their beliefs and the way they work. Their work ethic is so strong, and I think Obi topping. Now you see him bringing up the ball, and he's confident bringing up the ball. He needs to work on a few other things, and that's going to happen. You're going to see Quickly and Obi become even better next year because they're going to be working together on the off season, and they're gonna push each other to become better and to become stars of the Knicks team. So Juby, our next game is Wednesday against Brooklyn. We're playing. They're playing us here at home at MSG, and then we have the Wizards. We go down to Washington, play them, and then Sunday is our last game against the Raptors. The Raptors, Toronto's coming to New York. The last game at MSG. These last three games remaining are going to be the games that you have to see these kids continue doing what they're doing. And the fact that Evan Fournier only got 15 minutes, I mean, he wasn't his great shooting night, but he gave opportunities to other players. So by not having Randall due to his injury and Fournier only playing 15 minutes, it gave opportunities for other players to play. I appreciate you, Evan Fournier, for not saying, hey, I'm not playing. There's only 3 or 4 games remaining, and he understands that these kids have to play. Gibson played 13. Look, the Knicks are on the right track. Like I wish Cam Reddish was here
Me too.
to play. We miss some Cam Reddish here, but that's gonna come in due time, Juby. So our next game is Wednesday, 7:30. Brooklyn comes to MSG. That should be
And
interesting.
Kyrie comes to
It's
MSG.
playing.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kyrie has
It's
not been allowed
must-win
to
game,
play.
right? It's a must-win for Brooklyn because they hovering in that 8th seed.
Oh, they're in
No, I
10th
think
now.
they're 10th seed. They're
They're
10th
10th.
seed.
They made the
Atlanta
play in.
and
They're going to make the play in by default because we're not going to be able to catch up with them.
right.
But Charlotte and Atlanta moved up on them. So they got a lot
But
of work to do.
I think they have a chance of moving up to that back up to that 9th and 8th seeds. It's an important game for Brooklyn just to get the momentum going. Listen, they don't look very healthy. I mean, I looked at Milwaukee, the way they've been playing lately. I think that's the team to beat in the East. Uh,
And
I think
Philly.
then comes you can throw Philly and the Heat. At one point in the beginning of the year, I was gun ho with Brooklyn, and they don't look exactly what I expect them to look like this year. But they had a lot of issues, and I think their coaching is not the best, and the defense plays off and on like our Knicks. But I wouldn't be surprised if they come out running, and Simmons is not going to be available. They're saying they have to get advanced maybe to the second round to maybe even see Simmons come back.
Mm-mm.
So let's see what happens, Juby. It's going to be a very interesting last few games. I expect the Knicks to at least win maybe two out of the last three, maybe one out of the last three. I mean, we still want a game for some lottery balls, but we see what happens. I mean, let the kids
As
play. We win,
Exactly.
and we go
As
from
long as
there.
long as the kids develop, they have fun. Me personally, I would like to see more McBride. I think those minutes were a little bit too little bit. I think maybe I understand you like Alex Burke. Well, not you per se. We all like Alex Burke to a certain degree, but Knicks management loves him. I would like him to at least get 25 minutes to 20 minutes. I understand, and the rest of those minutes give it to McBride. Let's see what that guy. I mean, look what he did in the limited time. He had 8 points. He didn't shoot bad. The kid can play. He played great defense again. The kid is showing that he belongs a part of his teams. So
Right.
as long as the kids play, and if we win, so be it. Good thing. But it's a sad but also good time right now because we get to see what our future holds, how the future looks bright, and it's a sad time because the season is overage is upon us, and we're just gonna have to start talking about the off season sooner than expected.
Yeah, I agree. Listen, that point you brought about McBride, I agree. I think if Burks does what Fournier did last night, only put 15 minutes, and those rest of the minutes you can give at least McBride 25 minutes. You can see a lot more of McBride in the last three games. Play him 25 minutes than only seeing him 11 minutes. So I think if you play the kid 25 minutes, I think he can pump in 20 points for you. You know what I'm saying? I can see that happening, but you have to give him more time and more of an opportunity. Like you said last night, he looked good in the 11 minutes of play. He had 8 points. So if you add another 11 minutes to that, that could be 16 to 20 points if you complete those 25 minutes. You don't know until you give him more time. But I think to give him baby steps, he still has a lot to learn. I see a lot of things that you can see he's still a rookie and he's getting adjusted to the speed of the game. The same thing with Grimes. But look, it took Obi and quickly a couple of years before they got that underneath their belt and understood the speed of the game. And I think with time and patience, you're absolutely right, Gilby. You can see this young team, the evolution of this team right before our eyes and seeing something special 2 to 3 years from now. We just have to get that experienced point guard, Gilby, and we'll be
Agreed.
on our way.
I agree. I agree. And the Julius Randle, we didn't touch up on that. Apparently he's shut down for the season due to an injury. Is he going to be a part of this future young core? I hope so. I like him. If he's not, like I said it again, Obi Toppin looks like he's developing and he's only going to get better. So only time will tell, man. I mean, it sucks that Cole Anthony got hurt yesterday with 3 minutes into the game,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he's done pretty much, I think, for the season as well. And we'll see what happens, man. You don't like to see nobody get hurt, especially when they're young in their career like that. You want everybody to be healthy, and like I said, for us Knicks and Knicks fans and players, the sky's the limit. They're only going to get better. And your famous line, and I think the Knicks need to hear that because I think it's absolutely true. I think the best is definitely yet to come for this young team, young Knick team.
Yeah, I agree. And getting back to Cole Anthony, look, he's averaging almost 17 points this year. So
It's good.
look, it's he's a work in progress. They have a young team. I wish the best for him and his family. Obviously, the Anthony family has a lot of love coming from us because his father played here. So it'll be interesting to find out how this team can get better. 20 wins is they're gonna get a good talent this year in the draft, but I expect the Knicks to do some magic with the draft picks, or maybe using their draft picks to get a point guard, experienced point guard into New York. Would you be? I love that you came on. Due to our circumstances, I have to go back to my first day of work back due to my injuries, and you're still healing from your injuries. So, Juby, I want to thank you once again for coming on, and we'll be on Thursday
Thursday.
morning or afternoon to do the recap show on the Brooklyn's coming to MSG to play the Knicks. That should be an interesting game to watch. I thank you, Juby. I just want to say, never give up, never give up. The things in the Ukraine, it seems like it's getting better, and hopefully the war will be ending shortly. And we
Soon,
still have
hopefully.
prayers for the country and the families. Never give up, like I mentioned, New Yorkers, people around the world, knowing that the best is yet to come, as long as you have love, peace, and gratitude. Juby, thanks once again for joining us.
Of course,
We'll
my
see you
brother.
Thursday afternoon, recapping and doing the post-game show of the Brooklyn Nets coming to MSG. That should be an interesting one, Juby. Love you, brother. Thanks for coming on, and we'll
Absolutely, man.
see
Love you
you
too.
on
Be
Thursday.
safe. Be safe, my brother. Enjoy your day, and family above everything. You already know.
Thank you, sir. Family above everything. Zen Ray out.
Good night. All right, guys. That was Zen Ray with Zen Ray Sports TV. Back on his workforce wagon. He gets clearance, goes back to work. So our schedule is gonna be a little bit all over the place, but we'll still get it done, guys. Appreciate you today. Like I said, guys, Easter's around the corner. You know, I always promote these special holidays, best special times. If you guys are looking for that special gift for that special someone or just your friend, check out, link is in the bio, our Etsy page. The summer is upon us, where you can keep your beverages cold and hot. And you definitely want to take a look at some customizable tumblers as well. We got a couple of new items that are in there right now. We have Doctor Strange tumbler, customizable. Sonic the Hedgehog is going to be coming out, so look out for that. For those of you who have kids, and that's pretty much it, guys. That's it for me. I'm going to enjoy this beautiful Monday, and I just want to let you know you don't have to be blood to be family. And as always, family above everything. See you guys on Thursday. Have a great afternoon.
We are the New York Knicks. 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 Say go New York, go New York, go. Go New York, go New York, go. Say go New York, go New York, go. Go New York, go New York, go. We're back on track, here we come. League is Summon 21 and the Knicks are on a run. And I'll tell you with Tibbs, we a bit too much to handle. With Barrett, Bullock, Burst, and Randall, it's the Knicks and we're taking back our place. Everyone's gearing up with a mask on the face. The guard's going crazy and they're doing it for a reason. 21 is a Knickerbocker season. You better believe the Knicks got all that it takes. We shooting 3-pointers and we're running fast breaks. And if your defense makes a mistake, then bam! Robbie dunks in your face. This is a team you don't wanna miss. We are New York. We are the New York Knicks. Go New York, go!